Hi everyone, it's Nigel here, and welcome back. Thanks so much for joining us for another podcast. I'm back outside, a bit windy today, a bit chilly, but weather's still nice. Well, tough times are continuing, aren't they? Unfortunately, for all of us. And recently it's been really heartbreaking to see some of our NHS brothers and sisters lose their lives to this terrible, terrible virus. And all I can say is thank you so much for everything that you're doing for us out there on the front line. I thought today we could start talking about how we manage uncertainty, not just in the context of diagnostic uncertainty, but our own uncertainties and our patients as well. Throughout medical school, we're taught to chase clinical skills, so we're comfortable when we can give labels, diagnoses to patients. It's almost a blanket of reassurance, but actually, what does that entail to the patient? What's that going to mean to the patient? And I think one of the most powerful narratives is when you've been a patient yourself. I've been a patient many times, and fortunately received really excellent care under the NHS, but I've been really quite ill in the past, and it's really allowed me to reflect on the fact that I, as a doctor, my actions, I cannot underestimate that my actions will have reactions with my patients. So in the last podcast, we talked about the analogy of swimming with uncertainty as you're getting into a swimming pool, and it is all about risk management and how you commit to risk sensitively. But if a patient is about to receive a potentially serious diagnosis and you are swimming with them in that swimming pool, just imagine how would they feel. Imagine that you as the doctor are going to explain that the headache that this patient has presented with is more serious than just a migraine. Serious enough to warrant an urgent 2-week review. And your patient asks you why. And you are about to commit to the fact that the reason you are referring this patient with a serious headache is because you want to exclude a potential brain tumour. That action is going to have a reaction. If you were a patient about to hear that you might have a brain tumour, how's that going to make you feel? If we are in that swimming pool, you would feel like you're going to drown. Now, as the doctor, if you do not swim with that patient, if you do not lift them up, you're going to drown too. And this is the big issue with regards to the second half of the CSA. Clinical management isn't just management of the diagnosis, it's the management of the patient, their emotions, recognizing your actions will have reactions. There are 3 aspects to swimming. The first is actually acknowledging the emotion that's panning out in front of you. I hear you and I see you. Your patient, their reaction. Doctor, are you saying I've definitely got a brain tumour? Acknowledge the emotion that's panning out in front of you. I can see that's really shocked you. Empathise. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to shock you. And then energise. But I'm here to help. A-E-E. Acknowledge, empathise, energise. I can see that's shocked you. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to shock you. But I am here to help. And there's always something we can do to help, guys. There's always something. There's always hope. There's always hope, guys. And I think it's so important that we remember that there is always something we can do to help. And when this crazy situation has settled down, we're going to need to help each other in so many different ways. We're all going to change as a result of this. So important to remember that our past remembered is always a good guide for our future. So hope to catch up with you guys soon, and take care for now. Bye.